thank you. You know, a number of natural healthcare practitioners implement a procedure. It's called muscle testing to help identify food allergies and intolerances. And here with us to tell us a little bit more is a natural healthcare expert. This is Mark Mincolla. We're welcoming him back, and we're glad to have him back.
Great to be back.
Very nice to see you. The first thing I have to ask you is, what is muscle testing?
It's a very simple procedure. There are different applications, Kim. This is pretty simple. You take a food, hold it close to a subject, test the arm, and if the arm is sensitive, goes down, gets weak, an intolerance is there.
Really? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're allergic to.
No, not necessarily. We're talking about intolerances for the most part. There can be allergies, but for the most part, we're talking about an energy response. Someone gets sensitive, like when you're with people that make you feel a little weak. Foods have energy, people have energy.
And if you have an intolerance for a certain food, what should be your response to that?
Well, technically, if that food weakens that arm, it's your body talking to you saying, hey, let's try to sort of avoid that food a little bit.
Okay, great. Why do you think that this is the way it works? Why does this happen?
Well, you know, I think we're made up of energy. We don't talk about that very often, but again, if you're in the presence of somebody that uplifts you, makes you feel great, the presence of somebody else kind of makes you feel drained and depleted, food's no different. People and food both have energy. We just don't think in those terms.
You're absolutely right. All right, so you're going to show me a little bit about it.
We brought in some sample foods. I'm going to have you raise up your arm and a little bit higher. Just resist good and strong. Make a fist, and you're going to resist. I'm going to hold this little box of oatmeal close to your body.
Okay.
That feels nice and tight, doesn't it?
I hope so, because I eat it every day.
Well, that's a good breakfast for you. Let's try apples. Hopefully that works. Great. And then I brought in some eggs here, and you resist. One more time, resist. Not too bad there. Let's go to celery. And hold. Not too bad there. And I brought in something just in case you're good and strong, and it's called sugar.
Okay.
And the reason I'm holding that up is because most people do...
Let me try again.
All right. So the reason I brought that in is because I think you're probably one of those really healthy people who responds great to whole foods for the most part. Stay away from the sugar.
Yeah. Now, I got to tell you, that was not fake. He could actually push me down, and you did it twice.
You know, I've been doing this for 30 years with tens of thousands of people, and it's absolutely true. There's some great studies. There's one by Smith and Leisman that's been done back in 1998 that showed a direct corollary. That was published in the International Journal of Neuroscience. It said a direct corollary between what we just did and the blood test of the same thing.
The thing that I find amazing is it's instantaneous. It's not like you had to hold it there for 10 minutes and then my body made a decision.
It is, and again, Kim, you know, we operate at an energetic level. Again, when you're in the presence of people that drain you, make you feel wiped out, you want to get away from there as quickly as possible. In the presence of people that uplift you, you feel great. Right. Energies with food, energies with people. New sort of way to look at life.
Clearly, this is something people can do at home.
Absolutely, and that's the fun part about it. We're not asking people to really worry about this as a very, you know, intensive kind of test. Have fun with it. Work with the people you love. Experiment with it. Eliminate those foods. See how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you're going to stick around today because you're going to talk to folks on the web. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we're going to answer questions. Folks have questions about this particular procedure or other procedures because there's many different implications and applications for muscle testing. So we're going to answer their questions about, can I do this at home? How do I do it? What do I learn from it? What does it all mean? We'll be there for them.
And if you do learn something from it, are there steps that you might necessarily take in the future to make things better?
Absolutely. There are certain patterns that we can work with. In other words, if you're sensitive to a food just once in a while, you're not going to worry too much about that food. But if you check it week in and week out and you're continually sensitive, you might want to avoid that food. So we'll talk about how to apply some of these learnings.
All right, great. So you go to myfoxboston.com, you get there to our homepage, and you're going to learn more about how you can speak to Mark. He's going to start in the next couple of minutes, and you're going to be here until the top of the hour. Okay, great. And also, and I'm digging on my papers here, Mark, bear with me. You've got something coming up. Oh, you're going to do some muscle testing training, is that right?
We've got a class, an intensive all-day seminar program that we're going to be doing this coming Saturday, May 15th from 10 to 4, 145 Webster Street, Hanover, Mass. Folks can find out at the website maxhealing.com.
You read that very well.
Sorry.
That was impressive. myfoxboston.com. Be sure you get on and talk to Mark. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
I'll stay away from the sugar.
No sugar.
It's a good idea.